Hello there, Timothy Dolan with another episode of Life in Kurdistan as I Know It. And today I wanted to kind of focus a little bit on the people I work with, because faculty in this part of the world, well, in many parts of the world, on the margins, we'll call this the margin, you can end up with a lot of riffraff, for lack of a better word. And I think there's been some experience with that with this university, but now entering its fifth year, it seems to have settled down a bit, and for the most part, and this is still fairly impressionistic, but I am mildly impressed with some of the caliber of the people I work with. I am sharing an office currently with a Moldovan lady, Angela, who has been around a while. She's been in and out of Iraq. She's worked with some of the NGOs and had a stint early days with AUK, American University in Kurdistan. And from her experience in our chats, things have definitely improved. So, that's to, I think, the university's credit that people are coming in that are competent. And I would count her as a competent one. We've had discussions where I think we find ourselves, sort of connecting on both experience and on more or less worldview. She has some, of course, from Moldova, has some of the echoes of the old Soviet system that sort of course through, but otherwise, that is what it is. Now others include a person that I actually literally came in with, a Canadian Turk named Sirhan, who is working actually on the interior design side. The university has an architecture department, and the architecture department has an interior design person, and that's this gentleman named Sirhan. Again, very pleasant individual, very mild-mannered, and I can't speak to his teaching prowess. I simply don't know. But he's an experienced person. He's worked on engineering projects in various places, including Azerbaijan, so that was interesting. We had that connection. Another person who I actually just met yesterday, a gentleman named Matt, an American from Mississippi. Not that we should hold that against him. He's no longer there, so that says something. And turns out that he's teaching on the English language side. There's an English language institute, and this gentleman also worked a few years back, a few years before I was there. I think it was circa 2012 in Azerbaijan, and his take was, that it was a totally corrupt operation, and was surprised that there hadn't been a revolution there already. I don't think people are all that active, frankly. There are things that motivate people everywhere. Corrupt government can be one, but if it's all you've ever known, it's hard to get too very upset about it. And the inequities are certainly there, and most people are on the lower end. But when everybody's sort of in that same boat, they carry on. Anyway, enough of that kind of sidebar. Third individual who I've now gotten to know a bit, another American named Kyle, who former Peace Corps in Yemen, a place that he really fell in love with and wished, if he could be there, he would be. But conditions are even more horrible there than here. And still speaks very romantically of the place, despite having been targeted for assassination there and having actually somebody in his circle actually killed. So there's all of that. I think I'll hear more of that story later on. Nice guy, again from Nebraska, who he shares that birth soil with Dick Cavett, Johnny Carson, Marlon Brando, and Fred Astaire. So, say what you will about Nebraska, the people who left there seem to be all right. And there are others, again, that I'm knowing less well and really can't speak with any authority on. Not that I could speak with authority on these people, but they're an okay group. You know, I'm not seeing too many twitchy types, so it looks good. If there are some more stories from their side that comes out, I'll share those with you. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, listening, perceiving. Thanks.